All right, guys. So yes, I had to get that right there at the start. So we're doing, more of this series. We got a new explosive, difficult fight. I had a lot of fun in February and March, doing as many runs against Jiren as I could before he went away. So the challenge here is there's two rules with the way I'm doing this. The lead and friend lead have to be the same. Boom. So we have to use a double lead of the same character. And then characters have to be on the leader skill. Those are the two rules I'm going with for this, right? And again, this is just a challenge I do for myself, to show it to myself, for myself. I mean, I guess I put the videos up, right? But, you guys can do your own challenges and do your own rules, whatever, right? Whatever, right? I believe it was 46 minutes of footage I recorded to get this run done. This is double UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. In those 46 minutes, one character died. Literally. Only one character ever died. Tech UI Goku in every run. Dude, the second time... So, twice... we got Tech UI and AGL God Goku together turn 1. Well, I guess this is the third time. Tech UI Goku dies, right? AGL God Goku revives. And then on turn 3, Tech UI Goku died again. The second time that happened, if Iron Kane had been within a foot of me, I would have slapped him. I would have slapped him. If Iron Kane was within 1 foot of me, he would have gotten slapped. And then, by the way... What's he doing right there? Did you notice that? Notice that boy get absolutely demolished? Utter insanity, dude. Absolute, pure insanity. You cannot even make it up how ridiculous it is. Stupid Tech UI Goku. I brought him as a safety mechanism, though, because with Realm of Gods, the beginning of this fight is not too bad. By the way, I guess I didn't even really check. Does Realm of Gods have a weapon super character for us to potentially utilize? I don't think they do. I could check on my account real quick while we're doing this. Let me see. So, Realm of Gods weapon super characters. Are there any? The answer is Anine. Anine, and then God Trunks' SSR, Demigra's SSR, and Anine's SSR. That's it. I don't know about running Anine in here. I guess we could. That's the character from OG Dragon Ball filler, by the way. You know how the LR Chi-Chi is, her LR is from that, filler arc post 23rd World Tournament, which is Goku vs. Piccolo Jr. Anine is from that same wedding arc, right? She is the one Realm of God's weapon super character. So I didn't even think about using her. She wasn't even on my mind, but... yeah, I suppose we could use Anine. Remember, weapon super characters. Remember, Global stupidly calls it physical supers. It's very stupid because there's also unarmed supers. My terminology I use, Ki Blast is fine, or, Ki Blast. Global calls it unarmed supers. I call it melee, because it's very obvious. And then Global calls it physical supers. I call it weapon. I don't know why the fuck would they call it physical when it literally is a weapon. It's a weapon super. It makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. But you need to use a weapon super to debuff Great Ape Kid Gohan. He loses 40% attack. So it is a really massive debuff. But Realm of Gods has the characters to handle business in here. We can do this run easily without Tech UI Goku, by the way. But by bringing him... I knew that if we would ever get Tech UI's transformation out, it will be a win button. The fight will be over at that point. Because the thing is, UI Goku... By the way, don't forget that on a lot of those rotations where Tech UI was getting blown up, we had physical UI Goku on rotation, giving Tech UI the extra 14% dodge, which is so crazy. But that character, UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta, are absolutely incredible in here. They... might be my pick for best character in here. I think Mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku is another character who could potentially be one of the best characters in here. Obviously, Tech Metal Cooler, right? But it's always, it's obvious with him, right? But like their ability for UI to be out early, 100% dodge, giving dodge to other allies, by the way. So he's not only is he invincible, but he's going to make it to where it's not as likely for our other characters to get killed. By the way, I love this fight because it allows us to use full power God Goku and LR Metal Cooler. This is the best God Goku turn we ever have. I've never had a better God Goku turn than right here, because we're getting physical UI Goku, massive support, and then, let me just double check this. I believe Tech UI Goku does give some minor support on his 18 key or his 12 key. I know for sure he does after he's transformed. Does he in base as well? Yes, he does. He gives allies 30% defense on his 18 key and allies 30% attack on his 12 key. Now, that allies attack he gives, keep in mind that that doesn't do that much for a super attack stat. It's more so to buff character active skills and counter abilities, right? So Tech UI Goku supering in front of, say, LR Tech Beast Gohan, he'll be able to give Beast Gohan a lot of extra damage on his counters. But, like, you know, that's not the point is that AGL God Goku, this is the best turn I've ever had for him. And, I mean, LR Metal Cooler and AGL God Goku, they're great characters. I've come around on AGL God Goku. I was too harsh on him. Metal Cooler showed me that. Because they have the same role, the same impact, right? And most of the time, we can't see the full scope of what God Goku and Cooler can do because the boss is not able to kill them. This is a fight where, you know, we will die, like characters will die, well, Tech UI Goku will die. So here we go. So God Goku did that active, which did basically 100 million, and then he triple 100 million supers right here. So this is what God Goku has waiting for him, you know, after he revives. That's what he could do. So he did so much damage. He basically did 400 million super attacks right there, right? So pretty significant. And then that puts us into a really good position right here. Now, I'm not 100% sure, by the way. At Beerus, I got to this point, and I was actually like I was a little nervous, like a mouse. I was like, wait a minute. Tech UI Goku finally didn't sell his asshole for me. I kind of want to make sure we're good here. Beerus, I'm pretty certain I would just put him in slot 2 and he'd be good, right? Like, we'd have no fear. Because, like, I was running Beerus in slot 1 a lot in these, like, recording sessions, and he was fine. But, like, the fear overcame me, and I decided to just say fuck it, and I just used the blue Vegeta active and put blue Goku in slot 2. I trust blue Goku. Blue Goku, you know, blue Goku's had some deaths, obviously. I mean, after a year of using him. But we could trust Blue Goku. Blue Goku is one of the best characters of all time for a reason. And, I mean, his bag of tricks is on full display in here, right? Right now, Grid Gohan has Dodge Cancel, which does nothing to Evolution Blue Vegeta. He has 100% damage reduction, which is, again, this character's pure greatness in this fight. And then Blue Goku has the ability to ignore Dodge Cancel with the Blue Vegeta active, which is what I chose to do. Originally, I was thinking about maybe going, like, maybe do Beerus slot 1, Evolution Blue Vegeta slot 2, Blue Vegeta slot 3, but there's also no need for that. I wanted to try and play defensively right here because I knew next turn we're going to get Tech UI Goku's domain anyway, and once that comes out, remember Tech UI Goku, his first turn, he also gives increased dodge to allies, and the domain goes up where our damage is going to spike up. Also, by the way, if you guys noticed, I probably should have brought my defensive physical God Goku. I actually brought my offensive build physical God Goku in here. I have the alternate art God Goku I use as the one I typically run, right? He has a defensive defense plus dodge build. The God Goku I brought in here is actually my Festival of Battles God Goku, where it's all offense. But the reason I brought him in here is because, I mean, this is a little bit of a race against time, right? Like, Gohan on turn 4 gets dodge cancel, and then he gets crits on turn 5. So if you play with him too much, he's going to fucking kill you. So I felt like it would be smartest to try and bring the offensive version of God Goku to allow us to catch our W towards the end right here, right? And then once we get this is why people, you know, use Tech UI Goku, by the way. Is because once you get to here, I mean, this is the best superclass domain even still, right? I mean, but it's not like there's a ton of superclass domains. There's future Gohans and the free-to-play Int Trunks, and is that it? Like, there's just not many of these powerful superclass domains that exist. So now that we have that up, it does buff Great Ape Kid Gohan, but, I mean, most of our characters, quite literally, are not going to get touched anyway, right? We did enough supers for Physical God Goku to be able to transform, which is awesome, so he could get a shit ton of extra damage out for us. I was actually a little disappointed by that. I thought he was going to do... sorry, I messed up the footage a little bit there when I was cutting it. I accidentally cut the end of it off like a silly Billy. Anyway, I thought that this active skill was actually going to do more damage than it ended up doing. But, I mean, it was still more than enough, right? Because then we also have Evolution Blue Vegeta. Keep in mind with the domain up now, I mean, his damage is monstrous, right? He could do just so very much. And we also have Tech UI Goku right there. I think that there's a couple of different ways I could have did this turn, but we were completely good to go regardless, right? So I chose to just put Evolution Blue Vegeta slot 1. Then we got Tech UI Goku slot 2, and then we will be able to finish this off right here. And we got Physical Super Saiyan God Goku out too. So this event is really good. I think, like, I try my best to, like, make my tier list good, make my tier list consistent and stuff like that. And I think sometimes maybe there aren't fights that could really prove some of the points I'd make about how good these characters can be. And I think 3 characters in particular really can, I think, almost show more of how crazy their strengths are in here compared to a lot of the other content. And that's UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta, AGL God Goku, and LR Metal Cooler. Like, you're able to fully see why UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta are so crazy in this fight, right? Where dodge is so important early, especially if we don't have a weapon super. And then 100% damage reduction. I mean, guess how they're going to power creep that? They're not. 100% damage reduction? Well, I guess, I mean, Dokkan Frontier does have enemies that lower your damage reduction when they attack. So I suppose, right, we could see that come into the regular content as well. But there we go. There is the Realm of Gods run. Now, remember, what I'm doing for my kind of rules here is by leaders. So, I mean, we could do Realm of Gods with, you know, UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta. We could rock it with AGL God Goku type team. We could do Beerus. We could do double Tech UI. I did see someone did do double Tech UI against this fight, right? So there are several different ways we could do it. But right now I'm trying to bounce around to some popular characters and use different setups, right? So, like, we've done Metal Cooler already. We did the Int Super Saiyan 4s. Then we did Realm of Gods. Maybe next I'll try and look at, like, a Deborah team or Majin Vegeta and Angel Goku, something like that, right? So, let me know what you guys think. I'm having so much fun with a really challenging fight like this. This feels like kind of similar to that Jiren Greatest Tourist fight. Man, I hope they do a lot more kind of similar stuff like this. Really, really good.